Hold on, Dr. Mike, hold the up. Are you telling me that if I want maximum side delt size, that I have to train my delts so hard to get very much weaker, and then I have to hit it hard again as soon as they recover?
Most people train to look fit, but Dr. Mike trains to turn into a beast. Beasts train to look hard to move. These exercises aren't popular, they aren't comfortable, and they don't care about mirrors or machines. But they build the kind of presence that makes people assume you're strong before you lift anything. In this video, we're breaking down the 5 exercises that turn you into a beast. Stay tuned because the second last exercise has a hidden formula for massive shoulders. But before diving in, what's your favorite compound movement? Comment your thoughts below. And with that out of the way, let's start with the first exercise that builds your upper body as a whole. Landmine press. It doesn't look impressive at first, and that's exactly why most people skip it. The landmine press is one of the most misunderstood upper body movements in the gym because it doesn't travel straight up like a barbell press or isolate like a machine. It gets ignored. But that angled path is the entire point. The landmine forces the body to press while stabilizing, rotating, and bracing all at once. It doesn't just build muscle, it builds structure. As you drive the weight forward and up, the shoulders can't rely on momentum. The upper chest has to engage to guide the press. The core has to lock in to prevent twisting. Every rep teaches the body how to produce force while staying stable. Over time, that creates shoulder density rather than soft size. The muscles feel harder, they sit differently, they look reinforced. This is why landmine presses create that armored appearance. The shoulders grow thick, not inflated. The upper body widens without losing control. Even at rest, the frame looks stronger because the muscles responsible for posture and stabilization are doing more of the work. Nothing collapses inward. Everything stays stacked. It's also one of the safest ways to press heavy for people whose shoulders don't tolerate straight overhead work. The angle reduces joint stress while still allowing serious load. That means consistency. And consistency is what builds lasting strength. When programmed correctly, the landmine press becomes a cornerstone. Moderate reps, heavy intent, full control, no rushing. Each press should feel deliberate, powerful, and stable. This lift doesn't scream for attention. It earns it quietly, and over time, it changes how your upper body carries weight, holds tension, and commands space. And after doing the landmine press, you can't forget the muscle that turns you into a monster from behind. It's the upper back muscles. You can't cheat this movement, and that's why it works. Chest-supported row. Even Chris Bumstead loves this exercise. The chest-supported row strips. Away momentum, body English, and ego lifting. With your torso supported, your back is forced to do the job from start to finish. Every pull comes from the mid-back and rear delts, the muscles responsible for real thickness and structure. There's no swinging the weight, no turning it into a partial deadlift, just controlled force where it matters. This is how width turns into density. Over time, the mid-back fills out, the rear delts round off, and the upper body starts to look solid from every angle, not just the front. These are the muscles that hold your shoulders back and your chest up. As they strengthen, posture improves naturally. You stand taller without thinking about it. A thick back changes how everything else looks. Arms appear bigger, the waist looks smaller. Even light clothing starts to fit differently across the shoulders. It creates the impression of strength before a single flex. Chest-supported rows also protect the lower back, making them ideal for heavy training without constant fatigue. That allows you to push intensity where it counts and recover faster between sessions. This isn't a flashy lift. It may even be awkward, like you're hugging the bench. It doesn't create a dramatic pump, but it builds the kind of back that makes you look grounded, stable, and difficult to move. And that's the look that lasts. And the next exercise is the one even Ben Affleck did in his Batman training. Sled push. Sled drags and pushes. Strip training down to its most basic demand. Move forward while something tries to stop you. Every step has to be earned. That's why sled work builds relentless strength. Your legs learn to produce force again and again without relying on bounce or timing. Your lungs learn to stay calm while the body is under load. This kind of work creates a different type of conditioning. Not the kind that leaves you gasping for air after a sprint, but the kind that lets you keep moving when fatigue sets in. Quads, glutes, calves, and hips harden through repeated effort. The muscles don't swell, they compact. Over time, the legs feel heavier, stronger, and more durable. Sled work also reinforces posture and intent. You lean in, you brace, you drive. That forward pressure teaches the body to apply force without hesitation. It's the same quality needed for carries, pushes, and real-world strength. Even ancient warriors used to drag stones to build a monstrous physique for combat. There's no pump to chase here. The payoff shows up later, in how long you can work without slowing down, in how stable your legs feel under load, in the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you can keep pushing when most people stop. Sleds don't make you look impressive at the moment. They make you hard to break over time. Lateral dumbbell raises.
Side delts are what people really mean when they say delt training.
Hold on, Dr. Mike, hold the f up. Are you telling me that if I want maximum side delt size, that I have to train my delts so hard they get very much weaker, and then I have to hit it hard again as soon as they recover?
Dr. Mike stated that shoulders should be the top priority for someone looking for an imposing physique, and not just the overhead press, but the side delt raises. Dumbbell side delt raises are one of the most misunderstood exercises in the gym. People chase heavy weight, swing the dumbbells, and turn the movement into momentum. But when done correctly, this lift builds shoulder width that no press can replace. The side delts are what give the upper body that broad, powerful frame even when relaxed. This exercise isn't about ego, it's about tension. Controlled raises force the side delts to work through their full range without help from the traps or hips. Over time, that creates rounded shoulders that look dense and capped, not soft or inflated. Shirts stretch differently across the sleeves. The upper body looks wider without adding bulk to the arms. Side raises also play a quiet role in shoulder health. Strong lateral delts help stabilize the joint during heavier presses and carries. That means better performance and fewer breakdowns over time. For this topic, the key is intention. Use a lighter weight than you think you need. Raise with control, pause briefly at the top, and lower slowly. Keep the arms slightly bent and stop just below shoulder height. High reps with strict form build more visible size than sloppy heavy sets. This movement won't impress anyone in the gym, but over time, it reshapes your frame, and that's what makes it powerful. Now, the last exercise on the list is something the primitives have done for ages. It doesn't look like a lift, but it looks like work. Farmer's carry. The farmer's carry is one of the most honest exercises you can do. Pick up heavy weight and walk. The moment you lift the handles, your body has to organize itself. Grip tightens, traps engage, core locks down. Every step demands control. This movement builds strength that shows up everywhere. The traps thicken and rise. The forearms harden. The core learns to brace without collapsing. Over time, your posture changes. Shoulders sit higher. The chest stays open. You walk with more intent because your body knows how to support load. Farmer's carries don't create a pump. They create density. The muscles feel heavier, more compact, more resilient. That's why this exercise fits the beast look so well. It builds the kind of strength that doesn't need flexing to be noticed. Carries also train the mind. Breathing stays controlled under pressure. Steps stay steady as fatigue builds. You learn how to keep moving when grip starts to fail and legs want to slow down. Use heavy weights you can carry with perfect posture. Walk short distances, rest peacefully, and know your limits. This isn't conditioning for speed. It's training to become unmovable. So which exercise are you dreading the most? Comment your thoughts below and subscribe for more content like this.